G'day guys, and welcome to Stockholm, Sweden. Now I thought I'd get up very early this morning, well 9 AM early, and come on down to Vasa Museum to show you guys around, which is a total lie. I've obviously just come here for myself, but I think what's going to be behind these doors is going to be so incredible that a video is totally worthwhile. So let's go for a look through there now and check it out. Now, if you've never heard of Vasa Museum before, Vasa is basically a ship that went on its maiden voyage and sunk after 1,300 meters, 1.3 kilometers, which is quite comical, but also really good, because if it didn't sink, it probably would have been destroyed in battle and it wouldn't be here right now. But this is just a little bit of information. One August day in 1628, Vasa sank, and since 1988 she has lain here. So 1628, super old battleship, and we're gonna go in now and check it out. Alright guys, so we're inside now. I'm not going to talk too much at all because what is behind me is absolutely incredible and I cannot wait to show you. Let's go. This is the single best thing I've ever seen in a museum. The most impressive, the most majestic, the most beautiful. I've actually got shivers down my spine of how incredible this Vasa ship is. We're down on the ground level now. There's 4 levels, I think, in this museum, so we're going to go through them all. That is a plan. So I'll walk around the entirety of the bottom level here, then we'll go up to the top level eventually. But as you can see, all the mechanics under the boat right now trying to just keep it up. This ship sunk really quickly, which was great, because it's been underwater for so long and it's been kept so intact, but it is also deteriorating really slow. So there's a lot of mechanics going into this. There's maintenance going on at the moment. It's decreasing in size by 1 millimeter per year. It's starting to lean as well, so it won't be around forever. Still around for a very long time, but not forever, because the elements of the air and the earth are starting to affect it, and all the nails in it and the bolts and screws and whatever are starting to rust, so they're slowly, painstakingly being replaced now. But yeah, still very much intact. When they salvaged it, it was 95% original, or sorry, they put it together now. It wasn't 100% together when they brought it up from the sea floor, but now it's 95% original. So they've called it actually the biggest jigsaw puzzle in the world, and you can see actual numbers on some of the parts, on a lot of the parts actually, and they've just painstakingly put it all back together. But let me go up a level now. There's also a lot of other exhibits, not just surrounding the ship or the Vasa. There's this beautiful boat here. There's exhibits that, as you can see, the children are right into. So I was a little bit worried when I arrived this morning. The museum opens at 10 AM and there was so many school groups. I was going, really? Why are you bringing toddlers here? They're not going to get much out of it. And sure enough, they don't get much out of looking at the ship, but the surrounding exhibits and the interactive things, they are. So don't be worried if you see a lot of school groups. They don't really take away from the place. And as you'll see, this place is huge, so everyone's pretty spread out and it doesn't really impact your experience here all that much. But I'm going to go up a level now and we'll see it from up there. Alright, so we're up at the second level now, and I think as you go up, it just gets better and better, which is unbelievable because it is already the best thing I've ever seen. So how does the best thing you've ever seen keep on getting better and better? I don't know, but it is. So there is also a movie that you can watch in all different languages, and I highly recommend you going to watch that movie. It gives you, it's a movie about the salvage operation and how they did it, but it also goes into a bit of the detail about the ship and what was remaining and what is on the ship now. And what is on the ship now is about 900 sculptures that they have engraved or placed onto the entire outside of the ship. It's not just boring flat panels, but this is the rear of the ship here, and I'm going to zoom in on some of this and hopefully it comes up. So you got sculptures the whole way up and surrounding the ship. And it used to be super colourful as well. I'm gonna go around to the exhibit that shows you the colours that used to be on this ship. It's incredible the detail and the work that they put into this. I actually can't believe it. And you can smell it too. You can smell the wood in the air, which is also incredible. Yeah, the smell's actually quite amazing. The timber is, it smells beautiful. There's some exhibits here as well, like the colours of what the sculptures, or the colours that were on the sculptures back in the day when the ship was made. For such a short voyage, it was a lot shorter than the Titanic. I think it was about 1,300 metres, 1.3 kilometres or something like that. So an extremely short voyage, which is quite lucky because it obviously wasn't affected by any battles. So it hasn't been damaged in any way by cannons or guns or anything like that. There was no fighting. It basically set sail and sank, and is now the most impressive thing that I've ever seen. I'll just go around to the front here very quickly. You can see in some of these portholes as well, or the cannon hatches, I like to call them. All the cannons and the cannon holders were still in place when it sank. There was a few sailors that were caught actually underneath the cannons, and they showed this in the movie as well. That's how well intact it was, that there's still the remains of people were still on the ship, and some of their clothing that they were wearing was still there. Some of the actual brains of the people were still there that they could examine. And it's actually, I was saying in the movie, 60 centimetres thick, the wood, and you can see it on the window hatches right here, how thick it was. It would weigh an incredible amount. You just think about how did they make this back in that day? How, it would have weighed so much, and it is massive. It's as tall as a 4-story building. It's just huge. I'll try and go back a little bit here because this is the front of it right now, and it's a beautiful front to a ship. It looks so intimidating. As you can see, there's plenty of people here, but there's also heaps of room because there is 4 levels, and it's huge. And there's also a lot of other things to do around here as well. So I'm just going around to the boat now that has the original colours on it, or the predicted original colours. There are still some colours left on this ship, but with all these things I think there's a little bit of guesswork that goes on, but it just shows you how colourful this ship, the Vasa, used to be. It's an awesome model of the ship, actually. So detailed, and you can see the rear of it right here. And that's the detail that exists on this boat right now. It's still there. Amazing. Right, I'm going to go up to the next level now and check it out. Alright, so we're up on the third level now. It's a little bit more of a distant view of the ship. Really helps you become aware of how massive it is. As you can see, there's some people walking down there, and then they're on ground level, and this is a ship. I can't talk. I'm that overwhelmed. I'm that excited. I just really love this stuff. Like, you watch all the Viking movies and whatnot on Netflix or whatever, and you look at the boats and you go, wow. But to see one right in front of you in real life, that these things actually do exist, is crazy. So crazy. You can see all the other exhibits here as well. This is a cool one here, with a cutout of the side of the ship. What they assume it used to be like. Yeah, I won't go too much into the exhibits, and I'll go up to the next level now, the top level, and it'll give us a good look from, well, looking down onto the ship and see what it's like up above. And here we are, the top level. Oh my god. This is probably the closest look that we'll get of the sculptures on the boat, right here. The detail is extraordinary. The craftsmanship, the woodwork is mind-blowing, particularly for that day back then. Just unbelievable. We'll see if we can get a view of looking down into it. There's some more of what they think the sculptures used to look like. And also it's pretty cool, it's got the description of what the sculptures are, or again what they think they are. It's all a little bit of guesswork, this kind of stuff, but this is not guesswork because it's right in front of us and it's real, it's intact. It's incredible. I think I've said incredible about 5 million times. That's exactly what it is. So this is the deck of the ship. You can see down into it a little bit, but not much. Big open caverns. There's still people right now working on the ship, maintaining, doing their thing, trying to preserve as much as they can. Just go around to the front here, and after that, I'll call it quits on one of the most extraordinary museums I've ever been into, and easily the best museum exhibit I've ever seen in my life anywhere in the world. That is how incredible it is. So for 195 SEK, or about 35 Australian dollars, pay it because it is so worth it. Simply unbelievable. Alright guys, I'm going to leave that here. If you need any more information about this video, please reach out. Happy to answer any questions. I'm going to go for a good detailed look through the museum now at all the other exhibits to see what they're like. So yeah, reach out at any time. Happy to explain anything. But yeah, come here if you're in Stockholm because your mind will be blown. Alright, cheers guys.